Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Happy Spooktober. It's October 1st and we're Octobering it around. Did I change? I think I messed up the angle. It doesn't matter. Hi. Happy October. My name's Music and welcome back to the stream / channel because I'm going to post this later to YouTube because I learned my lesson. I was trying to do like too many things at once as usual per music. Always doing too much. Yeah, I'm learning things. There's a lot to learn. Life is all a learning lesson, and we learn things and what's up, Demi? And we learn things, and life is just a bunch of learning and doing.
Escucha las palabras de las brujas, los secretos escondidos en la noche. Los antiguos dioses invocamos ahora la obra de la magia oculta.
Casting witchcraft. Yeah. You cast a summoning spell. No, sending you good vibes for tomorrow and for the rest of your week. Yeah, just sending you some really good energy. Yeah, I think I created that in honesty, I created that that channel point request because like I feel like we don't send well, not that we don't. We don't. I think a lot of us humans that sounded so weird. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is life is so hard sometimes that we get caught up in like surviving and not thriving that sometimes it gets hard for us to not be able to like give onto our fellow like humans. So I just wanted to create a channel point that we could give onto others, and so that was the channel point request is supposed to be a way for me to be able to give to you and just give you some good energy and send some good vibes your way and really wish to you like lots of good stuff, whether it's like small things from like finding literally like I don't know a quarter on the floor or even just like being able to have like your favorite cereal or like enjoy a moment of quiet for even just like 10 minutes. Yeah, just sending good vibes your way for like the next week. But yeah, escucha las palabras de las brujas. An editor for your video, hit me up for your work. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll hit you up about that because I need to figure that out as a whole because I have plans for like YouTube. So I'll definitely hit you up about like editing stuff. Yeah. I actually found $20 in class last week. You see, things like that. I just want to be able to like send that out. I think, not to get into like a whole like thing about like life and meaning and things of that nature, but I do believe in like energy and things of that nature. I realize I don't have like music playing and stuff. I should actually do that. Needless to say, what am I trying to say? Yeah, I think sending like that good energy around can be helpful. So yeah, just wanted to send some good energy your way. But today we'll be playing Endwalker. So that's where we're at with that. So we're gonna get started today. I'm actually like oddly enough, I'm actually in Mordona. Because I was finishing my what is this? My monk quest. And so it was up here. So I actually got us to where I need to be to continue on in our journey. But yeah, so we'll keep going there. Also, do you plan on re-downloading Texas Chainsaw? I don't think there was an issue with me not having it. I think I've kept it downloaded. Yeah, I've had it. Like I don't really delete a lot of games unless I'm like really pressed for space. I usually just keep them, but I've had it here. Also Stellar Blade. I plan to play that I don't know about this week. No, probably this week. I plan to play that this week. So, yeah. For the Friday the 13th event. Is there a Friday the 13th in October this year? I can't do math. I can't do math. Is there a Friday the 13th event? Is there a Friday the 13th in October? What Friday the 13th? They're adding like Friday the 13th to Texas Chainsaw? Also, my lips are like super red. Jesus. Ay, ay, ay. Kinda. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, no, I'll be down to play it. I know Pap. So Phasmophobia is coming to Phasmophobia. For all of you that don't know, before we get started, I'm not getting paid for this. Phasmophobia is coming to PlayStation. So I plan to do some horror nights with my friend Pap and anybody else who's going to be getting the game. I also want to play some horror games because that's like really like my bag. Like I really love horror. I do want to play some Texas Chainsaw. Oddly enough, I might want to play Dead by Daylight. Yeah. Oh, what's this video? Oh, is that like a trailer? Let's check it out. Ew, DBD. Here, let me see real quick. Well, here, I'll check this out on my own time. Just because I haven't figured out how to edit. And then this is gonna go straight into a VOD. But yeah, I'll check that out though. Raximian, do you have some time to talk? I would like to gather everyone in Dawn's respite and together assess the situation in which we find ourselves. Yeah, no, I'm really excited. I love October. I love spooky season. I've never done an October event in Final Fantasy. Like, this is going to be my first. I started playing the game in, like, November, like, middle of November. So, like, after Thanksgiving, before December. And I didn't play during Christmas because of, like, holiday events and stuff. Like, work holiday events. So then I started playing in January again. So I've skipped holiday events in Final Fantasy, so I'm excited for those. We have since learned that the said structures were brought into being by the Telofroy's stated purpose is to recreate the final days of eons past, an apocalyptic event that would result in the destruction of all we hold dear. Already have these towers of theirs been the cause of untold suffering. Countless innocents kidnapped and imprisoned, their faith perverted for primal summonings. And unless we find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding the spires, we can't even get close enough to rescue anyone. Are you gonna dress up a Halloween stream? Oh shit. Maybe. Unless you're going out. I don't plan on going out. Maybe, actually. I don't know. Maybe both. But after what happened to Orenveld and Fodola, we need to be very, very careful about how we proceed. Oh yeah, no, I want this. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Ugh. As you know, the Telofroi are under the leadership of Fandaniel and one other delightful fellow, Xenos Yegalvis, the Crown Prince and our dear friend. To date, he's reclaimed his old body, murdered Emperor Varus, and plunged Garlemald into an even deeper pit of chaos. So this is kind of like a recap of what has happened. They're helping us catch up, I'm assuming. The capital has probably seen the worst of it. For a good while there, it saw the bloodiest fight in the War of Succession, but that has since changed, and in troubling ways. Aye. During our reconnaissance, the air was not once rent by a barking of cannons or the cries of discord. It was an eerie fog of silence which did blanket that ruined city. The inhabitants appeared to have been tempered, and with nary a word spoken did they labour to transform the palace into a soaring edifice born of nightmares. If they were indeed made thralls, it seems safe to assume that these events too were orchestrated by the Telefroi. Any army of primals is awful enough, but in light of recent developments, I fear it is only the prelude to an even greater catastrophe. We need to devise a means to counter this threat, and quickly, before our allies are overwhelmed. We'll find a way into Charlian, I'm sure of it. Master Forchenov's comments regarding the final days were curious, to say the least. The Forum knows more than it is letting on. Sorry to interrupt. We've just received word from Mistress Cryle. She says the arrangements for your visit have been finalized. I love this song so much. Like, I added it to my playlist the next day I heard it. I heard it during the stage quests. You're to head to Limsa Luminsa and board the next ferry. And on arrival, present yourselves as associates of the students of Baldician, come to assist with the Order's restoration. So, that's how we got in? Oh, you hear this? Chef's kiss. As the arrangements may have been settled, but what of your thoughts? They must race at the prospect of returning home after so long. I am eager to see it, of course. Of course. We should set off at once. Is that a furry? Maybe. It's like a half furry. There's like full furries in here now. Then I'll accompany you to the docks. You need at least one. Oh, fuck. There's like, so they have like bunny people and like cat people, but now they have like full on like tiger, like lion people, tiger lion people. And so they started with just having the male version, and then with this latest expansion, they added the female counterparts. So now there's like, I think I call them like Hothry mommies. And they're like cat ladies. Or like, they're not cat ladies, they're like tiger ladies. Let me see if I can, let's see if we can find one in the wild. Oh, right here. See, it's like they're like full on. Oh, here, let me switch it up. Yeah. Like full on tiger, you know, full on lady. So there's like a male version of that. So like now I don't even count. Now I don't even count the cat and bunny people as like furries anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with furries. Like, live your life, do your thing. Yeah, it's your Final Fantasy. Oh, Limsa. Yeah. So there's like dragon folk or dragonkin. So they're half dragons. Let's see if we'll be able to find all of them here. So there's elf people like this guy. He's like an elf. Elizins. There's the cat boys, cat girls. That's him. And that's, I think she's a cat girl, but she's wearing a hat. Let me see if I can find. So you got this cat girl. Cat girl. Then you have like tiger lady. This is a bunny boy. Another cat boy. Oh, that's a dragon girl. See how she has her little horns? And I think you can see her tail kind of. It's kind of blending in there. Oh, you can't even see her tail, but she has a tail. Let's see. Oh, this is a bunny girl. Their starting outfit is insane. It's literally just like lingerie. Like their starter outfit is literally lingerie. Yeah, and so everyone, as you can see, everyone's outfits can be a little bit liberal here. And you can kind of choose whatever you want to wear. Yeah. stuff. Great, great stuff. And you can, both sides can choose whatever they want to wear. Because, like, there's that guy too. And then there's these like bigger dudes. So they're, I don't know. For me, like, I consider them like trolls. Like, they were supposed to be like, because in my head, I'm trying to view like they're like inspired, like Final Fantasy was inspired by like fairy tale, not fairy tale, but like fantasy creatures. So like the Lalafels were supposed to be dwarfs. The Dragonkins were like lizard men or like literally dragon people. The cat people were obviously like inspired by cat people, bunny people. The Elizans were elves. And then the Rogadins, I think, were either going to be like trolls or like bigger fantasy creatures. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah. Everyone's here, which is good because I've already paid for your passage and the fee is non-refundable. The ship for Charlian should be pulling into port soon, so please follow me and have all your luggage close at hand. I didn't even bring luggage. I don't have luggage. So I need to adjust this real quick. Also, I just woke up from a nap, so that's why my voice is so deep right now. That only happens every once in a while. Unfortunately. Wow, wow. I feel like this is voiced.
They've almost finished loading our cargo.
Hey.
We should be ready to depart right on schedule. Or so I'm told.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
It's funny. Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Same.
Will this be your first visit to Charlian, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian?
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
But you don't say Sir Thancred or Sir
Rather
Urianger.
dispense with the sirs,
Yeah.
especially in private company,
What the heck?
or I'll be forced to respond in kind. Little Lord Alphino.
Ooh.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Get played.
Better.
Uh-oh.
Are you all right, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland.
Does she want to come with us, or is she worried?
It's just, we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hellbent on destroying the world. And once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
Oh shit, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I want to say, like, come with us, though. I don't like these options. I guess I'll say that. Also, 1 second, I need to make an adjustment with some lights.
I'll hold you to that.
Ah, good. You're still here.
Hori! Coulternay! What brings you all this way?
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower. Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return. We will too, of course. Aye, we, your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn, will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
We're set to sail! All aboard for Charlian!
Also, this part kind of every time I see like I was about to say something real rude. Every time I see those the other Scions of the Seventh Dawn, it makes me think of Overwatch, because with those new Genesis animations that were dropped, like the animated like the 3-part animations.
And please be careful.
It was implied that like Overwatch was like a group, like a large group, right? And then there was a core team, which was like the people we play when you play the game, like Ana, Soldier, Reaper, like all of them. And so, you know, when we say Overwatch and we drop the word, we only think of like the elite.
Venture forth unto the unknown.
So we only think of the elite heroes.
A future undefined and in flux.
I don't want to hear Xenos' voice this entire time as the narrator. Please, dear God.
But the simplest words of wisdom will suffice. That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end. Treasure every moment, every step of your descent. And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Ooh. Ooh, a new unveiling of the map. Old Charlian. Hola y bienvenidos al Old Charlian. I have 3 things to say. I'll say them after all of this. I'm so sorry. Not this song.
Here. Feel.
Now hearing Heidelin, like, it's very triggering. Like, I'm getting emotional in a very angry way. Because there's a lot of confusion around it, and I'm like...
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser.
He makes me so happy.
Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt. Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Charlian should be coming into view at any moment.
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad. Hear, feel, think. And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
I do not trust her at all. And welcome back. Literally, why now? And I want to say the second one, but I'm not going to because I don't want to start a fight. But like, hearing the song, hearing her words is...
After your sojourn in the first, I believe you have your answer. You have gained an understanding of what I truly am, what Eidolon has always been, a primal.
Wait, Griffin? Griffin?
Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse, which threatened the ancient world. And I was brought forth to bind him. Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield. Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time.
From Berserk. I haven't seen Berserk. Which, it's heavily, one of the classes in here is heavily influenced by Berserk, I'm pretty sure.
Which will decide the fate of this world.
Like the devs have talked about it, and when one of the creators recently passed, they like had a whole like memorial about it in the game. Yeah, it was really emotional. Like the devs held like a memorial in the game for one of the creators.
Another age.
I'm fairly certain. I could be making that up, partially making that up.
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Charlian's just over yonder.
I will not keep you further.
I also want to know why she's wearing like the she's wearing like that old
meet again. And soon.
Like that weird like convocation. It's not convocation garb, but I don't know what to call them. Like the original people's, like the original sources garb. Like, why is she wearing that if she was supposed to be a primal? Like, was Zodiac wearing that? Because I thought they were supposed to be like beings. So why is she coming to me in this form wearing that outfit? Like, This is super sketch.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
the
a
creator passed
fine
away a while
morning.
back, so it makes sense. Yeah.
Still a bit stiff though.
And a good morning to you too. Taking a look at the island already?
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
And at this point, like, if this were me, and like if honestly, like if this was like real life, every single second of every single thing that this Heidelin was telling me, I would be telling my I'd be telling the Scions. Like, they need to know every single detail that she's telling me. Especially like Urianger and Ishtola, like, they definitely need to know.
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes, but we'll manage on our own, if we must.
So we're gonna take a mini pause after we get to Charlene, so that we can watch the trailer together.
Indeed, 'tis as Sir Estinian said. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side, I prithee.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Charlene proper.
Okay.
There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
For sure. What is it? Oh, okay, you're just looking up at the sky. I was like, is there a bomb? Like, what's happening? Oh, the moon? Endwalker. Nice. That's a nice touch. I'm really scared. And it feels like it was just like, what, a week ago that I saw the Shadowbringer title card, so now I'm like,
Charlene,
really?
The solitary island nation of the northern seas. Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands. How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil. So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
So the statue in the front makes me feel like it has like Grecian influences to it, and especially with the pillars, like the architecture.
What's next,
I don't
then?
know if that
Entry
was the,
applications?
but the building structures
Hopefully
are so
they find
like
no cause to deny us.
classic English, like inspired, because they're so bulky.
Hasn't Charlene all but severed
So I feel like it's
relations with foreign
Grecian
powers?
architecture
Those of us
with
without
something
direct
else.
ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
'Tis true that, as a nation, Charlene only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders, especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge.
That's true.
If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry. quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed. The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Sharlayan's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the science.
Yeah, we can't say why we're really here.
Crown has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration.
Okay.
Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
I like that for him.
Of course. The immigration offices were this way, as I recall. Shall we? Greetings. We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahatir of the Students of Baldessian at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled
she's gonna kill
arrival for
us.
today. And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Yay. It's 1, 2, 3. It's those. Okay.
Ishtola rule.
Not me not hearing everybody else's last name. And not me not knowing everybody else's last name. Yikes. Fake fan.
See how it glows. That list is etherically linked with the citizen registry kept in the main repository.
Interesting. By magic.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly.
Interesting.
Welcome home. Now, who do we have here?
Oh shit. I'm nervous about this one because I'm wondering if their dad did anything to like stop them from coming back.
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alizé Leveilleur.
Because he just disowned them, right? So
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that, the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny.
okay. I don't care. Well, we can move on from that subject. Next.
And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation.
Like, who the hell are you to like
traveled enough already.
like butt out our business, bitch? Like, sorry, that's like rude.
We shall keep that in mind.
Like, okay, that's like family business. Like, you're a
These last two are
freaking
not
immigration
Sharlayan
officer.
natives,
Back
but
up.
we will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Name and occupation?
I'll be an artisan. I make things.
Indeed. Your profile describes you as an adventurer, but one also trained in the rather more constructive pursuits of procurement and production. You may enter. And you, sir?
Estinian Valino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formerly, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
He's a nanny. Kryl, help.
If you'll allow me.
Quickly. He's the nanny.
My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
I was like, he's either a nanny for the kids or...
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
I'm gonna bring this whole city down. I'm over this And this lady with her crossed arms and her freaking, what is that? Celeste blue, Celeste green ass fucking, what is that? Charlian.
Long voyage notwithstanding, you will
coat.
see none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place.
Let's be on our way, shall we? I love Kryl.
Oh. Welcome, friends, to Charlian.
As your mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
Well, I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
That was good. That was really good. Okay, let me turn this in, and then we're gonna watch the trailer for Endwalker really quick. I'm glad I spotted your ship coming into port. The officers are born bureaucrats and sticklers for detail. In any case, you may relax and take a moment to get your land legs back. Cool. And we got a gear thing. And where's the crystal? I'll be back. So what the hell were those? What are these? What the f... Okay, well, we're gonna take a momentary pause. We're gonna log out. We're gonna do movies and titles. Here we go. Let me make this big. I'm excited. Let me see if I can move this down. And this song. Oh, is there no sound coming through? Hold up, hold up, hold up. Wait a moment, wait a moment. You can hear it? Wait, you can hear it, right? Okay.
The final days were upon us. The fabric of the star had begun to fray.
That was weird.
Its land rent by tooth and claw.
Is it too loud, or like, are we good with volume? It tends to be a little, yeah. Yo, their cinematics are like. We have Sage.
Alize! Are you alright?
I can look after myself, you know. And I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
As the chaos spread, the star seemed doomed to unravel, and yet...
Ugh, and he just rides in with a giant dragon.
Those who stood in defiance of that fate.
Ugh. So insane.
The hour is come, Vitra. It's all or nothing.
He said Vitra? I can see the pores on that man's lip. Holy shit. Pure chaos, like, completely. Look at this.
The stage is set, but will our hero deign to play their part?
You took your time. 'Tis as we feared. The respite afforded this land was but fleeting. The end draweth nigh.
Oh, so the whole map is burning. 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 And then Charlian has a light on it. The whole map is burning and Charlian has a light on it. And they weren't worried.
I knew it. This star still has secrets to tell. Take care, my friend.
And they're unmoving. That's their daddy.
So, Charlian would keep its counsel while the world is lost to ruin.
It would. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must then, but we scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Love her. And there's Reaper. We're all looking at the same moon.
Past the far edge of fate.
What is that?
Blades dark.
What is that? Oh my god, what is that? Ugh, Paladin. So epic. I'm about to cry. Oh yeah. So epic. The most random things in these trailers like get me super emotional because they're just so epic. Like they get me so excited. It's so badass. Estinian stealing the theme song from Heaven's Sword for himself. Yeah. Literally. Okay, let's get back in there. Damn. Oh. That put me on a journey. Also, don't mind the numerous alts. Also, welcome Aztec. Also, I just realized I'm on an ad break. Oh my gosh. I hope that didn't come at a bad time. This is a really I'm just taking in the music real quick, sorry. Damn. Yo. Okay, so yes, Aztec, to your point, yes, that was brilliant, that stealing the, like, I mean, it is Estinian's story, to be honest. Like, let's be real. Also, I hope that ad break didn't come at a bad time. Yeah. Okay, sounds good, man. Also, for context, Final Fantasy 15 was my first ever, like, Final Fantasy. I'm still trying to make my way through Final Fantasy 7. I have really great friends, Pap and Virgo, who help teach me about, like, 9, 10, 13, 6, and, like, all the materials and concepts I need, because I know that Final Fantasy 14 is supposed to be a giant love letter to all of the Final Fantasies. But I digress. The reason I'm bringing up Final Fantasy 15 is one of my favorite locations is Golden Quay, or Golden Key. I say Quay because it's spelled Q-U-A-Y, but it's Golden Key. I love the music there because you can see, like, the horizon and, like, the stars, and like, there's the theme there is, like, a guitar, like a very, like, chill guitar by the water. I wasn't expecting Charlian to have that vibe because it's so uptight. Yeah, this is super nice. So yeah, this is really cool. I'm gonna continue before I start crying on camera for a 27th time. Jesus. Get it together, man. Okay, hey Kyle, hit me. Another voice. This is voiced. I feel it. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. I had thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I've learned and how we might proceed. But this is Raximian and Estinian's first time in Charlian, and for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. You must have places you wish to visit and people you're dying to see. Therefore, I propose we postpone our agenda so that you all may have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. You're voiced? You're voiced. Oh, yeah. I mean, if it's not voiced, we're voicing it. Once you've settled in, we can reconvene at the Baldician Annex. How does that sound? 'Tis a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the Louvière estate as such, but I should like to nose around the neighbourhood all the same. I am equally untethered, as it were. There is no particular place that my kin call home. Still, I would not pass up the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of an old haunt might even yield some useful gossip. The annex was west of the Aetheryte Plaza, wasn't it? I shall join you there anon. Yes, we'll see you there. I too have places I would be remiss if not visiting forthwith. By thy leave. By thy leave. I can't reach that low. What of you, Estinian? My services as a guide are yours for the asking. That won't be necessary. Until we reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. Okay. But I could... Oh. Well, Raha... Oh, she calls him Raha. Would you like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be the perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Well, of course, if you would have me. Come on, come Raxinian. Sharlian awaits. Blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to... I want to see if I like the day theme. The night theme... Chef's kiss. After you, my friend, I'm more than content to follow your lead. Hey, you meant your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. In the event you use the Ethernet, Grahatia will catch up to you so long as you remain in the same area. You can leave Grahatia behind, however, by entering a different area, you may also speak to him and select the option to part ways. If you wish to leave Grahatia accompanying you again, return and speak with him. Okay, to have him with you while Grahatia is accompanying. Next, try speaking with Cryon. Cool. What did you think of the Shadowbringer story? What didn't I think? What didn't I think? I wish I could go through it again. Like, I'm going to. And I have this halvesies ability to be able to, like, half amnesia myself. So I'm gonna like do a run through of it, like, with an alt account, and treat it as if it were new, to experience it like as new. I'm not gonna... So, like, basically, like, the last... basically, like, there was just a lot of points that got me. I think back, because, like, when I got there, it was just, like, a whirlwind of, like, a lot of things happening all at once, right? Because you're just, like, on an adventure and you're on a journey. Because there's just so much happening. You're coming off of the high of Stormblood, of, like, wanting to, like... I had bloodlust for Xenos. I still do at this point. Like, I can't wait to kill him. And so you're taken... That gets taken away from you. You're just thrust into this other world to, like, do this objective. There's so much happening. Testline... and sorry, there's spoilers at this point, if you're listening. Spoilers. Click off if you haven't played Shadowbringers. The Testline thing happened. That I didn't cry. I got so angry. I was like ready to start killing. I was ready to take out all of the Light Wardens. Like, I was ready to start, like, just destroying like all of it. I was ready to go, you know. So I would say that, like, Shadowbringers for me started from a place of, like, rage and anger, and then the entire ending, like, you'll see my VODs, like, I was just crying. Like, I didn't stop crying. This story was, I think it was well written. The connective, I think I made comments about it in one of my videos. I like the connective tissue between the character development of, like, they left so many little seeds everywhere that, like, it felt natural to have, like, made these connection points with certain characters. Even, like, the, like, Chia-Nuz and the other, I forgot her name, Chia, like, the couple, like, that whole little piece with, like, Alphino. Like, there was so many little small moments. I would say that Shadowbringers had a lot of heart in it that I wasn't expecting it to have. And that has thrust me even forward more into Endwalker, because now I have, like, people to fight for. I will say the other component that I wasn't expecting to have in Shadowbringers was this longing to go home, right? And, like, even when I, as, like, the Warrior of Light, had access to get back to the source, and, like, the other Scions didn't, I still wanted to get my friends home. Like, I still wanted to get home. And so there was just, like, there was a longing for home. There was a longing to, like, it was just so much. I would say that, like, Shadowbringers had probably the entire emotional arc of this entire journey, probably locked into it. I have yet to experience Endwalker, so we'll find out, you know, where the emotional like levels are here. But yeah, like it was a lot. And I say that because then, yeah, to your point, Domo, like seeing like the direct reflection of it in like the Asians was kind of like a stab in the back that I wasn't expecting from the writers. It was kind of fucked up. That part kind of like really like, it really got me. I was like really not expecting that. As much as I hated the Asians, like I couldn't help but like feel for Emmett Sock. I couldn't help but feel for Elidibus and for like all of them. And like, don't get me wrong, I would kill them over again. Like I would do it all over again. But like, even when like at the end of like Seed of Sacrifice, like when Elidibus is like in such an innocent state and he's like all these, like his voice, even the voice actor was doing brilliantly to have like his tonality. He had gotten so quaint and quiet and like precious about the crystals. He was like my friends. Like it was so sad to just like, I couldn't help but see myself in Elidibus, like trying to save my friends. Like it's literally like the Scions and me are literally the Asians. Like it's literally copy for copy. Like there is no other way to describe it. So yeah, that's awesome. I just happened to stumble on your channel, but I can't wait for you to experience Endwalker since it's just as good. Hey, yeah, and welcome. And yeah, I can't wait to experience it. And that's what everyone keeps saying. So I'm concerned. I'm worried. I just don't want to lose anybody. I think that's where my concerns are. I don't know what I would do if I lost anybody. So, oh, and thank you for the follow. Welcome to the madness. Yeah, I'm just worried about losing people, and that, like, now I'm like double worried because now I have Endwalker and Dontro to get through as far as like trying to keep all my friends together, like the Scions, and I just don't want to lose anyone, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, it was a great story. What are your thoughts, and how did you feel about Shadowbringers? And yeah, if you want to share your experience, I love to hear, you know, there's been people who've been playing for so long, people who have been playing for so little, and so I love to hear people's takes on the stories and how it affected them. But yeah, what were your thoughts on Shadowbringers, and how did you feel about Endwalker as far as like closing out your experience, if you don't mind sharing? Yeah. All set? Let us be on our way. Our first stop, amusingly enough, will be the Last Stand. It's a cafe on the west side of the harbour. Quirrell is also now accompanying you. Lead your two companions to the Last Stand and speak with Quirrell at the designated location. Okay. While you're accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way which offer additional topic discussions. Enter the glowing area and speak. Cool. Boom. Storage facility? Huh? With all the unusual wares coming and going at all hours, I expect the assistance of an intrepid adventurer would be highly appreciated. I see no reason why you couldn't undertake any tasks which pique your interest. You have been cleared by immigration officials, after all. I look forward to the day your name is celebrated in Charlie in the same way it is in Eorzea. Okay. Is it the same thing? This place is called the Peristyle, and it is the first stop for cargo unloaded at the docks. You'll find the usual necessities for daily living and other imports vital to running an island nation, but also supplies that further Charlian's pursuit of knowledge, namely large quantities of books, specimens, and samples. Sorting these stacks certainly seems to keep attendants busy. I like that we're getting to spend more time with Graha Tak. I'm grateful to have Quirrell's help in acquainting myself with these places. It's almost as if I'm seeing it all with new eyes, as are you, as you are. Okay, not me changing that up. Come on, let's head to the cafe. It may not seem so at a glance, but the last stand is actually a very important part of the city. Cool. Where is it? Oh. I didn't see that. Oh, it's over there. Are we talking about the statue? Now that is a sight one could hardly forget. The great statue of Thaliak? Thaliak. I think I said it right. As a student of Baldician, I usually quartered on the Isle of Val, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise features every time I returned by ship to the city. Got it. And I keep messing up his... the path leading out towards the sea is known as the Thaliak Stoa, so named after the statue of the scholar which stands at its end. As you know, the Sharlayan people prize the accumulation of wisdom above all else. Thus, when Thaliak was chosen as our patron deity, it was more a matter of pragmatism than belief, an alignment of principles, as it were. We may have honoured him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our faith is not so restrictive as that of, say, the Ishgardians. Individual Sharlayans can and do worship the divinities of their choosing. Got it. And here we are, the last stand. I may have mentioned this before, but although our research into nutrition and food preparation is quite extensive, the average Sharlayan tends to regard seasoning and flavour with a certain indifference. That sucks. Just when I was liking this place. How can I put this? The food is, it's bland and encapsulated by our infamous Archon loaf. The prevailing sentiment towards cuisine is dietary value first and taste a distant second. There was one pupil at the studium, however, who could stomach the school's insipid meals no longer, so he quit his lessons and poured all his savings into building a proper eatery. And so the last stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedicated outpost of fine dining in Sharlayan, the one and only bastion in the culinary arts. In an isle of otherwise mediocre fare. I seem to recall the burger being hailed as one of the most impressive items on the menu. Not that I ever had the pleasure of eating one myself. Because you were a typical Sharlayan when it came to cheap and convenient raha, but surely Tataru has taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. We should all stop in when time permits and sample the cafe's delights. Shall we press on? The stairs to the side of the cafe there will take us up to the Aetheryte Plaza. I think that's fucking brilliant. Yeah, that's freaking brilliant. Also, 1 second, we just had someone join the FC. I just want to say hi. That was great. Similar to yours as far as Shadowbringer goes, I started out with relief and anger at making sure everyone was okay and ready to kick some ass. Yes, literally. And at the very end, I was just completely broken. Yes. Endwalker, without spoiling, hit so much damn harder. I don't get emotional over games, but they both left me an emotional wreck. Yeah, so to get to that, right, like, so I watch movies and play a lot of games, and I do get emotional at times. The severity for this, though, is like at a threshold I've not seen myself like I'll get emotional I think the last movie I got emotional at was Everything Everywhere All at Once, and that's because it was like Michelle Yeoh and it was her daughter, and it was like a whole thing about like mother-daughter love or whatever, and I'll get personal later down the road, but that one hit me hard. And then video games, I don't think something's hit me this hard since I think Journey. And that's because the whole game was quiet, so all you could do was it was just sad to see these creatures die at the end, and I was like, oh, we're in heaven now. It was very cathartic to just go on this journey with someone in silence. And that was like 2002 or something. No, I'm a liar, because The Last of Us I think made me cry. Needless to say, severity though, like this, I've like, it's I explained it to my friends, and like we've talked about it. It's like the music composition, the writing, the all of it, like it just comes together so well that like the trifecta like creates such like a like an explosion in your brain. You have no other choice. So yeah, emotional wreck is on point. I completely understand. An unusual shape, isn't it? I assure you, however, that it's perfectly functional, a perfectly functional aetheryte. Remember to attune yourself before we move on. Now, being the diligent tour guide that I am, I should make mention of the Confluence, a research facility located at this very plaza. Excuse me. Its much vaunted discoveries are the reason Charlian stands at the forefront of teleportation technology. In deciphering the underlying principles of Allegan aetherites, it allows us to understand and reconstruct what was essentially a lost art. And off we go to our next destination. Our path leads northeast to the Agora, Charlian's largest marketplace. Let me try to change something up here because this is starting to upset me. This. And... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out, yeah, I'm trying to figure this, 1 second, I'm just trying to figure this out real quick. No, this. Okay, I think that might work. Sorry about that. I was trying to adjust this. Yes, I was gonna agree. Emotional wreck, yes. Also, we had another person join the FC. What's happening? I didn't even spell that correctly. Hello. How's it going? Kitty cat. I also haven't mentioned that my aunt uses a phrase that like when, so like, you know, when someone says something that's like the same as this was turning into a bigger thing. It's like the saying that's like, that's the same, how do I explain this? When I don't even know how to explain it. There's a saying I use that's like, same shit, different smell. Like, it's a term. It's like a phrase used to describe like, if it was like, oh, she is rude all the time, and someone's like, no, I don't know if she's rude, she's like mean, and you're like, no, it's the same shit, different smell. Like, she's not a good person. Like, that's like the phrase that you would use. Okay, the reason I'm using that is because my aunt uses a phrase, instead of using that, she says, same kitty cat. I don't know why she uses that, But anyways, anytime we play together, I always think same kitty cat. But I haven't told you that. But now I just told you on stream. Okay. Anyways, hi, welcome. Speaking of Etherites, those teleportation fees do add up after a while, which is why I tend to rely on the far cheaper ferry services. I was pleasantly surprised when Mistress Tartaru informed me that the Scions are reimbursed for transportation costs as part of our duties, but I find old habits hard to break. That, and I'd rather not be bothered filling out the necessary paperwork. That's the entrance of the compliments. I've no doubt that expertise will prove useful at some point, so I suggest you remember the way here. Cool. That was it, right? Next speech bubble's here. Ha. Do you mind if I borrow the shelves for a moment? There might be some hidden gems I've yet to read. Only a moment? How optimistic. Feel free to borrow all you like, but we won't wait around for you. Perhaps I'll return here later then. Ah. These little open-air bookstores are so uniquely Sharlayan. I'd always thought them a common sight until I visited other nations. Oh, aw. That's so cute. She thought like the stalls were just everywhere. That's so cute. How very Sharlayan of her. Oh, is this the marketplace? Welcome to the Agora, where you can find wares made in Sharlayan, as well as a wide selection of imported goods. They also used to sell questionable prototypes in various research institutes, but I think the practice has thankfully died out for the most part. Otherwise, I can think of no better place to stock up for your next big adventure. Am I overselling it? On a more serious note, the next stop on our tour is one which has particular relevance to our ultimate purpose here. We must head back to the Aetheryte Plaza, follow the path north, then climb the stairs up to that imposing building at the very top. I am also loving it, and I did cry. Definitely cried at the docks because I wasn't expecting it to be like because Final Fantasy 15 was my first game, and it reminded me so much of Golden Key as far as it like having this like guitar theme, or like this guitar theme, and being by the water with the stars at night. Ugh, destructive, or super effective. Did I go the wrong way? Okay, there's market boards here. Nice. You never played 7. I didn't finish 7. I think I made it to chapter 10 on 7. Yeah, I know I'm in trouble. I need to finish 7, and then I need to play 7 part 2 so I can cry some more. And by cry some more, I mean like I didn't cry in 7 part, like I didn't cry in 7 part 1. I'm saying like cry some more like on camera because I've cried during all of this. Nah, the original. Oh, no. I haven't played any of the originals. That's something I need to do. Pap tells me I need to play the originals. I'm like weird about like old graphics because I don't know why. And I need to get over myself. I know I need to get over myself, but yeah. You need to do the original first. Please don't make me, please. These little decorative features are typical of Sharlayan architecture. Aside from the research wing, our headquarters on the Isle of Val were rather simple and rustic by comparison. This is the Nymphium? This is a Nymphium, an area dedicated to the blessings of water. For Sharlayans, water represents more than a life-sustaining liquid. It is a reminder of the great flood which precipitated the birth of our nation, as well as a symbol of the knowledge which flows from Theliak's divine Uer. This is the reason you see an abundance of fountains throughout the city, and a propensity for utilizing water as a decorative feature in architecture. Interesting. I understand, but please just believe us, or at least look at a recap. No, I mean I will. I'll do that. I can do a recap. Listen, Linda, listen. How am I expected to play things when all I play is Final Fantasy XIV, the critically acclaimed MMORPG? Do you know what I'm saying? I have to put my brain together. I'll figure it out. This grand statue before you is the rostra. Where? I can't see. Is it behind me? It's behind me. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver orations and debate policy. Although the stage has since evolved into council chambers, the nature of the forum and the duties of its members remain largely unchanged. Am I boring you, Raha? You seem awfully distracted. My apologies. From here, one can see the entire city spread out below. The vista put me in mind of my arrival in the first. Those who had gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I could think of, the great city of Sharlayan. And bit by bit, those few buildings grew into a town, a community, the Crystarium. I can almost see its echo. I see. Well, feel free to come up here whenever you wish. I don't think the councillors would object to you simply enjoying the view. Such memories should be treasured. For now, however, the tour must go on. Our spectacle of sightseeing concludes with the fittingly named Journey's End. Walk down the stairs to the east and continue straight ahead. It wasn't the Journey's Head. Journey's Head in Amrang. Journey's Head. I was calling it Journey's End because that's where everyone went to die. That sounds so bad. But that's where it was, right? I haven't touched nearly as many aetherytes as I should have. Yeah, like there's one over here. Okay, wait, pause. Okay, I'm going that way. Pauso. Nos vamos a ir aquí porque I want to touch this one. Oh, I changed my buttons. We're running. We're in the forest. Tranquility. Welcome to tranquility. Is it like up there? Where is this? Okay, we got that one. The Studium. Got my cooldown back. Did I get this one? I didn't. Okay. Sorry, I'm just picking these up really quick. Okay, we got this one. I got that one at the beginning. Oh, I went the wrong way. I didn't know it crosses a bridge here. Ugh, I played us all. I've ruined it. Ugh, and it goes up. Ugh, we're trapped here forever. Ugh. I can't tell where this song is from because it sounds like it's the Shadowbringer song, but I don't think it is. Is it the Shadowbringer song? Or has this new this new motif earwormed its way into my head already? I love the music so much here. Same, I'm like really enjoying it. So far, it's an Endwalker theme. So why don't we talk about music composition for just like 2 seconds? If we want to talk about sinister, let's talk about Square Enix's music composition, sound design, and music direction like department. That's sinister. That's villainous. That's the underbelly of the universe here in like reality, right? Because like so far there hasn't been a single freaking song in this gosh darn game that's been amiss. 1, right? 2, every freaking motif, every single motif since ARR has been like in the same threshold. I'll try to do the science for it later, and like I'm gonna bring the freaking receipts and the Carfax. I'm fairly certain that the intervals are so closely related that they sound so similar to each other, so you have nothing but to hear something identical every time, right? And I'm talking about like the Heavensward theme, the Shadowbringers theme, the Endwalker theme. They all have this interval change that they how do I explain it? The reason you do, and I say this because like when you're creating a because I like to write, so I like to write music, and when you write a musical, you try to keep like the theme or like the motif throughout, like you try to weave it in to like as many songs as possible, especially if it's like a character, like if the motif is supposed to follow a character and like they're singing a song, or like they're, even if it's like if they have a duet with a villain and or the villain is singing about them, if you can weave in like the hero's motif into the villain song when the villain brings up their name, like Chef's Kiff's clever ass like little smart music writing choice. That's what they do in Final Fantasy XIV, and I say that because they are constantly weaving in this interval into every expansion, literally every expansion. And it's so clever. It's so smart. Oh gods, now I need to download Ableton on my computer again. But yeah, so it's yeah, and they're using this same like female voice with this like distorted like echo reverberated distorted cavernous voice, which they just used in Shadowbringers to like ease us into this new place. Very clever. So that's why I'm saying villainous, because it freaking works. Like they're masterminds back there. Yeah, haven't missed, for me at least. They have not missed a single song. Everything here, everything. And there's songs in here that put me to sleep because like they're just so brilliant. Like She's Sweet of the Violent Tides, or of the Violet Tides, such a Snoresville song because it is so brilliantly written to be like, you're in water, go to sleep, because literally like the point of the dungeon was that like what's her name got hypnotized, or like she gets put under a trance and turned into, or not turned into, but like she gets put into a trance by the witch. Like it's just so brilliant. It's anyways, I'll stop. I can't wait for you to hear the Dawn Trail themes. I know, I mean, and I've heard like 2 of them. Virgo was so kind enough to buy me like the fighting theme, like the orchestration roll. So I have that in my, like, I can hear that in my when I go into my orchestration thing. But yeah, I'm just like, I just love hearing all the music in this game. I can't. And I'm happy that the Dawn Trail OST is about to drop too. I'm so excited for that. Excuse me. Omega music? Like the final Omega song? Like for the last battle? Also not my hair being crazy. Yeah, yes. Yes. There's so many good gems. I can't. We've arrived at Journey's End. History tells us that this was where those who put ashore with Archon Nyankrep built their first homes. In the present day, it serves as a residential district for the most important officials and the oldest Sharlayan families. You'll see that the one mansion is clearly larger than its neighbours. That estate belongs to our friends from House Louvier. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance for the time being. And with that, we bring our little Sharlayan tour to a close. I hope it has proven to be an entertaining and enlightening experience. Now, shall we head directly to the Baldician Annex? You remember the way, don't you, Raha? Let me think. We head down towards the harbour, across the bridge to our right, then follow the path below the Aetheryte Plaza? Correct. After you, Roximian. No, I don't know. Where are we going? Oh, they're making us walk there. That's cool. Oh, so I could have like touched all of these on the way. Damn, I'm sorry, y'all. Well, I'm assuming I could have touched these on the way. Yeah. Ugh. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Right. We cross this bridge here, as I recall. Stick to the path and be careful not to end up back at, in the Aetheryte Plaza. I'm loving how into the game you are. It's like I want you to be at endgame because we can do the chaotic shit. Oh no, we're getting to chaotic when it comes out. I'm gonna be very clear to you and to myself. I will be at chaotic by the time it comes out. But I'm glad you're taking your time and enjoying every little thing. I'm going to do the same. Immersion is the best. It is. I will be lurking. Thank you for lurking, Demi. It means a lot. Yeah, I turned off the lurking thing. I'm sorry. But thank you for lurking. I turned off, what are they called? I forgot what they're even called. I was about to call them summons. They're not called summons. They're called, the things. Sharlayan is full of educational and research institutions, but there are still professors who prefer to... But there's still professors who prefer to establish their own private practices. But I have attended the exclusive schools they run in their residences. Perhaps the twins could tell you more about them. We ain't got time to stop speaking. We gotta go. Come on, guys. We're running. So we're going to the studium, I suppose. Yeah, this is the night theme. The night theme. The things I would do to the night theme if it was a real person. Yeah. Inappropriate. As the joyous look on Raha's face has undoubtedly informed you, this is the Baldusian Annex. If you continue up the hill, you'll arrive at the doorstep of Phenomenon. But I think we've explored enough for one day. We can take you there another time. Inside with you then. Okay. Not there's something. Yeah, thank you for requesting the dance. I'm back, and I've brought Maximian and Raha with me. Ah, well, you were right about the ship then. Hello, Graha, it's nice to see you again. And it's a pleasure to finally meet you, Maximian. I've heard many a tale of your exploits. Ojika Tsunjika. It's been an age. Allow me to introduce Ojika Tsunjika, Administration Officer for the students at Baldusian. He oversees the day-to-day business of the Annex. You may recall meeting his cousin, Ejika. Ah, yes, Eureka. I've read the initial reports. Quite a shock to hear what's become of the Isle. Do take care if you have the opportunity to rejoin the expedition. This place is like a second home for the students. The Isle of Val serves as our main headquarters, of course, but we often had occasion to visit Charlian. Whether to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores. And the annex here was built to provide lodgings for our members while we engaged in such activities. Ever since our former headquarters, along with the Isle itself, vanished, the annex has served as our base of operations, and yet it feels so empty. With so many lost to us, our organization is a shell of its former self. The day will come when we will see the students rise again. But first we must ensure that the Telephoroi fall. Through the door on the left there is the main hall where we can discuss our options moving forward. Once everyone arrives, that is, you probably have time to rest before our discussions begin in earnest. I've had private quarters prepared for you in the Andron, so please feel free to make yourself at home. Ah, the nap rooms, perfect for an afternoon doze. Don't you say shit to me, you... Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed, far more so than some cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. 'Twas simply that we were often so busy with research or exhausted from journeys abroad that we would slip into the Andron just to steal a few winks, and thus they became known amongst the students as nap rooms, even if many such naps might last well into the following morning. Say the word and I'll be happy to show you to your chamber. Hopefully the others won't be too long in coming. I'll wait for you all in the main hall. So wait, do I take a nap or am I going? Are we going? I think we're going. We're going. We're going. We're doing it. Hello. Ooh. I didn't mean to start the cutscene like that. I was gonna change. My bad, my bad. Voiced? It is. I can already tell. Hello?
Forgive me.
Yeah.
I was delayed.
It's fine, Moriange. We're all here now.
Let's get down to business then, shall we?
I didn't want to be shirtless.
Come what may, we must prevent the Telephoroi's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal. The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Charlian, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Charlian focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it.
Okay.
And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois.
Proactive diplomacy and direct intervention.
Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance
Was unanimous. Interesting.
Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, he had simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it. As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldessian. Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth. Compared to our more isolationist Charlian colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nidana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavner. Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal. In response to this threat, the Satrap of Radzat-Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. 'Tis possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, then having you join the group heading to Thavner would seem the obvious choice.
For sure.
But the investigation in Charlian is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnerian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Yes, it is quite the quandary. Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts.
I can do it. We just have to do one at a time. Like, it can't be both places.
You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision.
They're doing what they did
Let
last
us
time.
next decide how everyone else might best be assigned. As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Charlian.
Okay.
I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
I think she's gonna keep,
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
So she'll keep Y'shtola and,
Allow me to offer my assistance.
Graha. Okay.
I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
So that means I'm taking Estinian and who?
Alize and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
So who's coming with me?
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father
Hello? Am I going by myself?
Of course. The more the merrier.
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavner.
Huh?
Thoughts? Objections?
I passed through Thavner on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour,
oh, okay,
I did gain a sense of where things lie.
Nice.
Perfect. I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Cool.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request.
Nadana.
Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
Wait, I'm confused. It was Thavner and where else? Like here in Thavner? Did I just like lose the... Tales of Glory. It's not Glory, it's Tales of something. Oh, oh. So then I have to choose a group. Okay. Well, I'll pick up both quests. An unsettling change has come over Charlian, but together we will divine the underlying cause for the Forum's callousness. As I mentioned before, however, questioning the councillors directly is a fruitless endeavour. They seem to have already come to the consensus as to what and how little they're willing to divulge, which is why I began scouring Charlian's archive of historical records for any hint of a connection to the final days. Suffice it to say, that progress has been slow. There are only so many dusty pages one can skim in a day, but now that I have this band of willing reinforcements, the search should proceed all the swifter. Let us reconvene outside Numenon. Shall we? Exit the annex to the right and you'll find the archives to the west edge of the woods. Cool. I don't know how to talk. Hey. Oh. I've Kral's instructions in hand. If you're ready to set out, then so are we. Having been to Thanvir before, I can travel by Aetheryte, but what of the rest of you? Another sea voyage would waste time we do not have. Kral was of the same mind, and has already secured the aid of good folk of the Confluence. We'll take ourselves there. Huh? The Confluence, thou sayest? I'm afraid so, my friend. I don't know what the drama is. Thou wilt recall the hunt for Iceheart, unto whose sanctuary we delivered the owning to the knowledge of our comrade Moonbreeder. Moonbreeder was an authority of etherology, a field of study she did embark upon in pursuit of her parents' example. Both are authorities in their own right, and both are researchers at the Confluence. Yikes. Haven't you gone to see them yet? I attempted to do so earlier, but to my shame my courage failed me at the last. As it hath the many times I thought to reach out to them after sending that fateful letter. Neither time nor introspection have revealed unto me the words I should speak, and thus have I kept my silence. Yikes. Whether you come with us or not, or no, is your choice and yours alone. If it's too difficult, we'll manage. Thou art kind to say so, but I have no intention of forsaking our cause. I shall go to the Confluence, and I shall face that which hath long been overdue. If it's settled, then let us be off. When we arrive, we should look for a researcher named Kite. Excuse me. I was getting stuck in like I guess like Nintendo mode, because like when you play like Super Mario, when you make a choice to like choose a path for like your quest, they like lock you out of the other one, and I forgot like you can do both at the same time. Perfect. Yeah, this is what I wanted to do first.
Well now, this is rather a lot of stern faces. Are my library books overdue again?
Not to our knowledge. We're associates of Kryl of the students of Baldician. We seek passage to Thavnir and understand that you can assist us. My accents just flew out the door.
Ah, the test subjects. Welcome, welcome.
Test subjects? Bruh. Test subjects.
Oh, you hadn't heard? Well then, allow me to explain. So in order to travel to an aetheryte, you ordinarily need to attune to it beforehand. Otherwise, you can't use it as a beacon to seek out while you're a mess of ether hurling along the life stream. An inconvenient but
incontrovertible. But what if you were to tell you that there's a way to travel to an aetheryte without being attuned to it? Wait, didn't we try that once? We did that in Heavensward, didn't we?
A way to teleport instantly to places. For long years, we've labored to make such travel possible that people might move about more freely. And we've finally done it. We've created a new kind of aetheryte that doesn't require attunement.
Truly, that changes everything. I can't.
Well, my language may have been a bit misleading. The user need not attune to these aetherites, but the aetherites themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the 2 points. But it just so happens that of the first test pair of aetherites, one has been installed here in Sharlayan, and the other over in Yedlimod, a port town in Thavnir. And as you may know, our nation has a long maintained strong ties with Radzatan. And indeed, we owe much of the breakthrough to the contributors of the alchemists.
So, to sum up, we're to test these aetherites. How fortuitous of us. I can't talk. I should mention that an accident has impaired my ability to channel ether. Will this be a problem?
Not at all. As a matter of fact, you might say these aetherites were made for people like your good self. The magics imbued within will whisk you away without any effort on your part.
I cannot talk. A veritable dream come true, and far be it for me to worry about such things. But do we have permission to make use of your shiny new invention?
The only permission required is yours. So, assuming you're willing, you're all set. It may come as a surprise, but we've actually struggled to find test subjects. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear of their souls gradually disintegrating as they drift helplessly into the live stream, in the statistically unlikely event that something goes awry. But it's plain that you aren't most people. Mistress Kryl truly knows how to pick them.
We're gonna die. If I might change the subject, our master Wilfsoon and Mistress Blowida not present today.
Oh, you didn't hear? They've recently resigned their posts. Their expertise was needed elsewhere. A large-scale project helmed by the Forum itself, as I understand, but I'm not privy to the details.
I see.
Any other questions? No? Okay, let's get started. Let's get going before you change your minds. Please see to your preparations and head outside to the Aetherite Plaza. I'll be along shortly.
We're literally gonna die. It was the disintegrating slowly into the abyss that got me. Had she just been like, you just evaporate and die, and then your souls get taken into the ether flow, I would have been fine, but it was the disintegrating. That part sounded not so pleasant. Yikes. It's over. I'm like really excited for not that I don't want to do Kryls, but I'm really excited for this one because we get to access like a new zone, so yeah.
Right, we're all set.
Oh, she's not Irish. My bad.
Just the 4 of you, was it?
She has Cockney.
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnir.
You are? Oh. I would have preferred more test subjects. Oh, well, never mind. If our 3 travelers could line up here, please?
Ay. I'm like actually nervous. I mean, I'm not nervous because I know that like.
Right there is fine. Take a deep breath,
You know.
and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether.
But immersive me, I'm nervous. Not the beep. Excuse me. Beep bop boop boop.
Oh, and one last thing. You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
What?
I mostly feel bad for what's his name? I feel bad for Thancred because like obviously he was stuck in the ether flow for like I don't know how many months, you know, and we had to like pull him out, him and Ishtola, and everyone else. So definitely feel bad for him. Damn. Is that okay? Now I'm lost. I'm lost. Help! I'm lost. I'm gonna have to pull up a map. Oh, that crystal looks different too.
Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty.
Oh, so this is Xenos' voice, right?
Conflict between 2 peoples. Their cultures bled into one another until a unique.
And I wonder why they chose his voice as the.
In a process not unlike their precious alchemy. Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant.
I wonder why they chose his voice as the narrator. Like Graha's made sense for Shadowbringers because he was the Exarch, and I know that Xenos is like the villain for this one.
This vibrant eye
and like
creeps a fog of madness.
It's his pursuit of us.
What choice do you have? What chance?
Bro has been mewing? Who's been
Against
mewing?
such an insidious foe.
Alright, that's Emmett Selk's voice. Okay, damn. Okay, good. Okay, great. I don't know why I thought it was Xenos' voice. I've not been mewing. I wish. I need to mew. Oh, no. I have a crooked jawline. I think this side looks like a certain way, and this side's like bleh. I need to practice mewing so I can make them even one day.
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish.
Wait, then pause. I take it back though. Why is Emmett Selk narrating?
Let me bring you something to drink.
Something's happening. Bum. The plot thickens. Also, I forgot that I'm off on Thursday and Friday of this week. Like, I had forgotten at the beginning of the week, so I am definitely streaming, like, most of the day. It was his voice in the trailer, too. Oh. Wait, his voice when?
Don't let us
in the trailer.
roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
How much am I missing? Like, so much is going over my head. How much sickness do we have? Oh my god, we're like dying. You managed to will yourself to your feet, but given your condition, you will Will you be able to reach Estinian in time? Hey. Enough. Oh. Ugh. It's really bad. Think the worst migraine combined with drunkenness. I mean, I meant like how long does it last? I mean, the feeling, I'm pretty sure like I was going to make some comparable experiences. The price is not robbery, and you want to say as much to a Sinian, but you realize any words of warning you cry out would be accompanied by your last meal. Stand before Sinian and use emote. Deny. I thought you could barely stand. What do you need to tell me that's so urgent? Wait, I shouldn't buy the lassie? The merchant is swindling me. Wow. Sincerest apologies, sir, but I appear to have... My price is confused. It's actually 1,890 gil for the 3 bottles of lassie. What confusion would have been quite costly. That confusion would have been quite costly for both of us. Very well. Then, your coin. I'm like messing up all my voices today. Congratulations, we've won. Here, a bottle for each of you. Take them to the others and get some rest. Okay. I'll be back after I've explored the town. Lucky you. Oh. Oh wait, can I take it? Why can't I let me... Hold up, sort. Why can't I take it? Where is it? Oh, I guess I have to give it to you first. Wow, no bottle for me. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I see how it is. Praise be to the 12. My stomach doth loosen its death grip. My heartfelt thanks to the Anistinian and to the fine fruits of this land. You were in time. Excellent. You spared us Tartarus' wrath. Tartarus' wrath? I don't get it. Sweet, sweet release. If you haven't already, you should have yours too. Also, I wanted to take a trip with the boys, because I feel like I don't spend enough time with them. Right, I'm ready to get on with it. The lassie sure truly worked wonders. Remember how angry she was when Alfie spent all that money on... Oh! Right. Thank you. I forgot about that. Yes. That's what you meant. Aye, I found it. 'Tis the most I could do against this heat, short of shedding my armor. Yes, I remember that. Don't let Estinian buy anything. Oh god. Now I have to look out for Estinian too. So is he just like another... It's too many... I have too many kids to look after now. And how much did it cost? Oh my god. 9,400 gil. A steal, I was told. Just nothing fancy. But I've always valued function over form. Oh shit. That's incredible. I dare say not even Alphino could hold a candle to you. Don't come in for merchants to sell the price is high, but it doesn't seem excessive here. Are all Hanish merchants so unscrupulous? Unscrupulous. I expected the Azure Dragon to put up more of a fight. I'm choosing that one. It's like herding cats. Yes. Literally. On that subject I shall refrain from making comment, yet I cannot help but observe that the merchants seem overzealous in their pursuit of profit. Claiming Thavnir as its domain, the nation of Radzatan hath long thrived as a hub of commerce. In the beginning there were the Arcasadora, okay. Over time, they came to be joined by other races, and through their intermingling, a culture rich and distinct did emerge. From alchemy to textiles, the products of Hannish culture have come to be celebrated and coveted the world over. A development only aided by the nation's prime location as a waypoint betwixt east and west. All of this hath combined to make a trading power of Radzatan. Yet such a status cannot be taken for granted. Nay, it must needs be maintained through judicious governance and stringent regulation. I cannot read. Neither of which I see any evidence, given that merchants at a gateway town are free to fleece hapless travellers and tarnish the reputation of the nation at large. Just so, the optimistic pricing as rampant doth suggest that oversight is much weakened, or mayhap that the people hath fallen upon hard times. Whatever the truth may be, it would be prudent to ascertain the current state of affairs. Prudent and practical, aye. We've naught to lose by learning more. So, ere we seek out Kryle's acquaintance, shall we see what information we can gather here in Yedlemad? Boys' trip. Excellent. We didn't exactly get off to a flying start, but we'll make up for it. Great. I don't know what I'm going to do with the medicine. Alfie is it's a banana, Michael. How much could it cost? $10. Rich kid. Estinian is just himbo. Yeah. I mean, yes. Very much so. Regardless, I have to take care of them. No, I have to look after them. Because then Tataru would take it out on me. I mean, granted, she would just take it out on them, but in my head, she would take it out on me. She'd be like, listen, you were with them. Why didn't you stop them? Let's see. There's not Aetherites here, right? Like, this is just like a town. Yeah, this isn't like a city. Graha at least has a head on his shoulders. He better. I mean, he's lived for how long? Lived, quote unquote. Yeah. Right, let us split up and make inquiries in town. Roximian, the pier is yours. Once we've learned what we can, we regroup by the Aetherite. Off-putting, though, the mere sight of it may be. Also, the Aetherites are pretty cool looking. Do they all look like this in Endwalker, or is it just like these two because they're like... I don't know, like, it's just odd that these two look that way. Or not odd, interesting. I'll say interesting because they look cool. Right, just a settlement. Okay, cool. Oh, this song, the piano. Hold on, I'm going to stay here for a second. Yeah, that's good. That was nice. Just those two, Charlian and this one, because it's the pre-attuned one from Charlian. Oh, okay, so they like planted it here. Okay. A crate of fruit. The crate is laden with fruit, but they are on the verge of spoiling, as if they've been left too long. Left too long so they're not selling it. Maybe they're not selling it, or they're getting... Here, there's not a lot of ships here. There's only 2, but there's a lot of boxes. Are they not exporting enough? Gazing up from the pier, you spy boats moored off nearby isles, with the silhouettes of larger seafaring vessels further away. Compared to other ports, there appears to be very little activity here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's a person here. Hi.
What am I doing? Oh, recording my sales. Still do it daily out of habit, though I don't know why I bother. Hardly sell anything these days. Business has never been this terrible, but I suppose things could be even worse. I could have a consortium to keep afloat, like Kalzal. I don't envy his position, but to be alone with my little operation, I've come to realize. You're a traveler by the looks of you. If you have a moment, perhaps you could pay Kalzal a visit. He'll be glad for tidings from abroad. Like as not, you'll find him at Salt Wind Sails, the Harbor Guild building across the water from here. Got it. And then there looks like there's one more. Is it the ship? Nope, that's too far. That piano at the end. Oof. But it ends. That's the only reason I don't like it. Like, the loop ends right at the end of the piano. Not that I don't like it. I like it. It's just, people have been giving a wide berth since the accursed tower suddenly appeared on Naru near. Oh, since the tower appeared, shit's probably hit the fan. If it just stood there and loomed ominously, perhaps things would be fine after a fashion. But no, it had to spawn fell fiends as well. We still have our lives thanks to the Radiant host, but business is as good as dead. What'll become of us? Only the gods know. Damn. Kaz isn't here. Draws the tower card from her deck. Literally the tower. Hi, Kaz. Get over there and do that. But I don't understand. The Damalskans aren't coming, but we already have everything they ordered. What are we supposed to do with it? I don't know, but yelling at me isn't going to help. All I know is that their plans have changed, and that's that. Look, you must have known this might happen. The Empire is at war with itself, and the provinces are in chaos. And then there's the tower sitting on our doorstep, spitting out monstrosities. The city has its defenses, but we've been afforded no protection out here. We can't blame foreigners for not wanting to take the risk. God, but this will be an enormous loss. All right. Forget about the Dalmatians? Surely some ships are still... we have fresh produce, handcrafts, medicines, all the perennial Hannish favorites. Our consortium works closely with merchants and artisans to supply only the finest wares. Quality is guaranteed. I know all of these things, Kalzal. I do. Which is why I regret to say that I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled or indefinitely postponed. And you are? Wait, you're a foreigner, are you not? A merchant? Please tell me you're a merchant. I'm not. Dalmaskins. Perfect. I'm sorry, but we're discussing important matters. If you need something, please talk to one of the others. Excuse me. My name is Matsya, and I'm here to see, Kazal. Kazal? Oh, it seems he's busy. I'll come back later then. Yeah, like, bro, there's like, if you ain't gonna help people. Matsya, where'd you go? Dalmaskins. Thank you, Rando. Rando 79. Rando. Wait, did I just miss the marker? Oh. Matsya. Yes, can I help you? Ah, I remember seeing you back in the guild. You wanted to speak with Kalzal too, did you? I'm Matsya, a fisherman of Akyali, a nearby village. Akyali. I sell my catch to Kazal, who offers it to foreign merchants, but he hasn't bought anything for a while now. When I heard that the consortium had been struggling, I became worried and decided to come see him. Just as soon as he's free, anyway. He's a hard-working man, and I dare not disturb him.
Aw.
If I may ask, what is it you do?
I'm an adventurer. Or I said I was an artisan.
An adventurer, you say, and you travel the world helping people? Then that must mean you're great at dealing with strangers. Please, won't you teach me to be like you? You see, I've brought some fresh fish with me, the portion I couldn't preserve, and I want to sell them. The problem is I'm terrible with people. I've ever only dealt with the Khalzal, and I can't talk to customers without getting my trunk in a twist. So please, as silly as it may sound, will you not peddle the fish in my stead?
I don't know about that. I can teach you how to do it.
And show me how it's done.
Oh, yeah, the second part. Well, I guess I have to do it and then show you how to do it, yeah.
If you're willing, please let me know, and we can begin at once.
I'll do it. The events to follow cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Do I have a duty finder? That was an ominous message. That's never happened. What was that about? What the hell? Oh, is it because he's going to be with me?
You'll do it then. Show me how to deal with customers. I'm in your debt. Right, please try peddling my fish to, shall we say, 3 people here in Yedlimad? I will observe you and learn.
Basically, this could take a bit. Oh god. Matsaya is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. Got it. You can leave Matsaya behind by entering a different area or by speaking with him and selecting... Oh, okay. He's... Okay, because now he's with us. I see. That was so strange. Come on, Matsya, we're going. Hey. Things happen. Yes. Fish. I got fish here. Fresh fish, straight from the sea's bosom to your mouth. God, I have to be a salesman. Don't worry, we'll get those instructions literally every time they use the follow mechanic. Okay, noted. First of all, I love this music. It like makes me feel so good inside. It makes me feel very wholesome. Second, always be closing F. No. Always be closing. Okay, then I would have to choose the first one. Closing. Fish. Get it in your mouth. I'm sure your bosom fish are very fresh, but this is rather sudden. I don't need any fish right now, so thanks, but no thanks.
Never mind, it never goes well the first time. I'm sure you'll fare well better with the next customer.
Fail. I need to go. I'm ending the stream now. Utter failure. It's horrible. It's horrible. I'm about to... Oh! And I just made a sale. Cool. At least I'm making real gil. Like, no offense, Matsuya. We'll sell your fish, I promise. But I guess those are my retainers. My retainers know how to sell shit. I don't. Come on, Matsuya. Let's try Nishreen. I knew I should have gone with the second one.
A hawker, are you? Do you sell fruit by any chance? If so, I want to buy some amra, let's say a dozen. They don't need to be export quality.
Amra Shamra, my fresh fish is the only thing you need. I'm gonna lay off of pushing the fish so heavily. Let's... Okay, this is gonna sound so stupid because it's probably not gonna work. My philosophy in sales has to deal with customer service. That's just where, like, that's actually where my job is. Like, I work in customer service. I think if you offer great customer service, you sell with ease. So we're gonna start there by asking her what her needs are. What are your needs? What do you need so many Amra for?
Why, for eating, of course. It may seem like a lot, but of late I go through that much in no time at all. I'm a stock taker by trade, but with no vessel come these days, the wares are beginning to pile up. By the same token, nothing is coming in from overseas, but not a day goes by that someone does not come asking when the next shipment is arriving for this and that and this and that. All of it wears me down, and I find myself feeling constantly hungry.
Ah. Are you sure you're actually hungry? I know how you feel. You gotta...
Oh, thank you. A pity you don't sell fruit, but I enjoyed our little chat. It took my mind off my troubles for a moment.
Fuck! I was gonna use that as a way to be like, hey, I get how you feel. I use fish to get my mind off of my troubles. I should have used the fish the second time. We're learning. Is it my outfit? We're gonna take the twins out. We're taking the twins out for a ride. Hey, buddy. What is it? If you don't mind, I'm rather busy. Oh God, my stomach. Ugh. Oh. Ether sickness? No, nothing so unusual. In my hurry to get back to work, I just ate a little too quickly. Some fresh fish will settle your stomach, and mine are fresh as well. Take it easier, eat more slowly, and savor your food. The second one. Yeah, you gotta have that fisherman's tan. That'll sell. Yeah. Would that I could, but I can't afford to be idle. Like as not, circumstances will surely get worse before they get better. And so I'm working as hard as I can while I still can. What? And so I'm working as hard as I can while I still can. And anyway, how do you intend to prepare? By stockpiling supplies. For that I need to earn coins so I can buy food, medicine, what have you. How about some fish for your supplies? They're fresh caught. Well, fish wouldn't be so bad, but I don't want to go through the hassle of preserving them myself. So if that's ready to store. So I'm afraid... Oh! I can't live like this. Oh my God. Too bad we couldn't make this sale, but we did manage to build something of a relationship. Thank you so much for your demonstration. It was truly eye-opening experience. Come, let us return to the pier. Okay, this was the most horrifying and probably like humiliating experience of my life on national television. I know. Did you guys sell fish? Did y'all sell fish when you did this? I'm about to DC. I'm literally about to like abandon the mission and try again. I'll do it. I swear to God. I think I sold one. You can't abandon MSQ quests. I can't even abandon it. I want to cry. I want to cry. And I want to go home. This is such a sad experience. Matsuya, I'm sorry. Just... anyone was worse at this than me. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, teach me. You seem so great with people. Apparently, fucking not. He's like, hey, you taught me everything about being people. That's what he's gonna say. Yeah.
Thank you so much for showing me how to talk to customers. Though you didn't manage to sell any fish in the end, but the way you fearlessly approached strangers gave me such courage. When I peddle my wares, I remember your example and endeavor to be fearless too.
Great. That was the point.
Still, there's only so much I can do alone. I hope things will return to normal for Khazal soon. This song that made me cry. I thought I heard a familiar voice, and who should it be but...
Oh, I thought I should hear a familiar voice, and who should it be but... Yeah, okay. It was Khazal. Jesus.
I think I sold the second two? Nice. Matsya, like Star Trek. Damn it, Matsya, I'm not Defender of the Star. Guys, I want to cry. Sold 2. Hef, you sold 1. You guys are great. You guys are all stars. I'm here. I'm gonna cry.
With no ships coming in and hardly any going out, there simply aren't any options at this rate.
So, you can't buy my fish anymore? Damn.
I'm sorry, Matsya. I truly am. But for now, you must peddle your own goods.
But by myself, I can't.
I want to help you, I do. But as it stands, I can barely help myself. Damn. I've poured my all into the consortium, and I'll be damned if I let it fall apart. I have friends and families depending on me, and I can't... I won't fail them. My sisters as my witness.
My dear. Khazal. Not to worry. Using what I've learned from you, I'm sure I'll manage, somehow. Well, I'd best return to my village. My thanks again, and please take care on the road.
I was trying to make him sound happy, but he's not. Like, he's actually worried. That was the intent. That was the subtext behind that.
So, you can turn an auto-advance only for voice cutscenes if you want.
Yeah. It's because sometimes I put my controller down, and then I'm like, oh, I forgot to put the auto-advance on. I'm like, yeah, I'm weird. If it was up to me, I'd have like a little like clicker on my thumb. I'm weird. I see you've been busy. Managed to learn a tidbit or two, I trust. Yeah, because sometimes I set my... I'm trying to think, like, because there are times where, like, I'll set my controller down and I'll read it, like, as it happens. But there are some times where I'll, like, I'll click X to, like, advance it. I might hit you up on the setting, though. I see, we've heard that the tower is affecting many locals' livelihoods. But to think that it would be to such an extent... For another notable, if not wholly unexpected, discovery, disappearances and kidnappings are disturbingly commonplace. As before, the culprits are almost certainly tempered Imperial soldiers, and as before, they mean to use the faith of their hapless thralls to call forth a lunar primal. Business as usual for the Telophoroi. That Matsya fellow you were helping, he's Arcasadora. I want to say Arkansas, but it's not. Arcasadora. Dara. Arcasudara. I'm done. Apparently, 'tis almost exclusively his people that are being kidnapped. Should he be traveling alone? If summoning is this perpetrator's aim, it doth stand to reason that Arkasudara would be their primary targets, for 'tis the faith of their ancestors which prevaileth in this land, and many are devout adherents still. What's their primal? The way they actually pronounce it is like Arkasodra. Oh. Arkasodra. Okay. We'd better go after him. Akyali. I can't withhold the words. My brain. Akyali lies to the west, as I recall. The same direction as Kral's acquaintance, incidentally. It's settled then. Keep your eyes peeled while we make for the village. I can't. I'm like going back to it. Arkasodra. Whoa, my brain. Hey, Arkasodra, how's it going? My fellow Arkasodra. We're good, we got it. The elevated ground, provide a better point. You know what I haven't been doing? Hiya! To the west. Oh, what is this song giving me? No, we're not fighting. Northwest. Oh, oh, this song is giving me Akyali. Cool. Also, thank you for all these pronunciations, Rando. Like, it really helps. Also, I feel weird saying Rando. Can I call you Ran? I feel like I missed this. Northeast? How did I just miss it? On the hill? Oh. Yeah. Rando has been my online name since long before it was used as an abbreviation of random person. Oh, okay, cool. Then great. I didn't know if it was like used as the... Okay. Then I will use Rando. And thank you for helping me with like the pronunciations and with all this information. It really helps. Also, I should have GG out just in case, because I do not want to face some of these alone. I have a feeling I'm supposed to go up here. What is this song? The overworld song is giving me something. No, leave me alone. Help, somebody help. Oh my gosh, please no. Please don't take him. They gave me a freaking quest with someone so they could just steal him away. I see it. I see them. I'm coming. you okay? I don't want anything to happen to Mattia.
Huh? Where did they go? Why are you here?
I see you found him in time.
You and your friends came to look for me. I don't know how to thank you. On my way home, I took a moment to stop and rest, think about what to do about, well, everything. And then those men came.
Kidnappers. We heard that the Arkasodra. Surely you have as well. Perhaps it's best if you took refuge in the city.
We've considered it, me and the others, but fishing is all we know. The ocean is all we have.
Mattia's good people. He is. They are. I see. That's your decision to make, but... Frick. Hiya! I'll do that for now. A question, if I may. 'Tis our understanding that that strange fiends have emerged from the tower. What canst thou tell us of these beings?
Not much, I'm afraid. I've no idea what they are. But I've heard that some bear an unsettling resemblance to our divinities.
Divinities?
For that reason, some have taken to calling the tower Zot.
Uh-oh.
House of Divinities is the old tongue it means.
Oh dear God.
But they're not true divinities. They're monstrosities, imitations that bring only death.
To have one's faith so twisted is a grievous indignity, and full justified art thou in thine outrage. Know that 'tis for no other purpose but to neutralize the tower that we have journeyed to this land. I know, the dun-dun-dun. In time we may be forced to contend with these false gods, and thus we would learn all we may about them. Wilt thou not tell us of thy divinities and their true nature?
You've come all this way to save us? Really? To think I had you peddling fish? But to answer your question, yes, of course. We would gladly tell you about our gods. We, I say, because I'm terrible storyteller, and I'd ask my fellow villagers to do it. So please, come to our village. We're good, God-fearing folk, all of us, and we'd be honored to share our knowledge, and fish.
He's sweet. What sayest thou? Shall we pay visit to Akyali? Yes.
Wonderful. Just follow the road west and down the hill. You can't miss it.
I have a feeling that's not how Mattia sounds, so I feel really bad. You were asking what their primal was, and the primals are basically the gods of the allied societies. Oh, so I just meant like because I know that like for like the snake ladies, it was like what's her name? Lakshmi, right? And like for like the Amalji, it was Ifri, and for like the not the Vatus, but the Natus, the Natus, it was Bismarck. I just didn't know like what theirs was specifically. Yeah. Like just more specifically, like is there's like a giant, hopefully not to be derogatory, is there's like a giant elephant or yeah, in that regard. But I guess we'll find out. You don't have to spoil it. I didn't mean it like in that sense. You also don't have to answer. But I'm just interested to see what their primal is, because it's going to be the lunar version, right? Like we're not even going to get to see the regular one. Have you played other Final Fantasy games? Only 15. I've played 15 all the way through the entirety of 15. That's my first ever Final Fantasy game. I've played halfway through Final Fantasy VII Part 1, like the remake, and that's it. And then I've seen snippets of 7 Recoded. I think it's Recoded. And snippets of 9. snippets of. That's it. That's it. Yeah. But in time, I am planning, and hopefully, I hope to either watch videos or to watch my friends play or to play myself. Yeah, it's just I'm so obsessed with this game. I haven't been giving any other games a chance. Yeah. So 'tis the simulacra. 'Tis the simulacra of Thavarian gods that are being summoned. If any doubt existed before, there can be none now. The kidnapped Hunnish are imprisoned in the tower. I pray that we will be able to save them. Though indeed, saving them will mean confronting their false gods. They're like as not. I, as you said, will do well to study their religious traditions. To Akyali. I love how, like, Asinian's just, like, chilling for the ride. Just wondering whether you will know the references all. 14 is a really good intro into the series because it has so many references to the other games. Yeah, I was reading somewhere, someone was saying that, like, 14 was supposed to be, like, a love letter to all the other Final Fantasies. And that kind of hit me hard because it was, like, I had just done, like, the Delta series last month. Like the Deltascape, and there was so many different, like all the bosses were like from different Final Fantasies, and I know that I had just done the 16 collaboration and the 15 collaboration had just come out recently, and I was able to participate in those. The Dawn Trail exclusive like pre-order was like what's his name, Zidane. So I keep seeing all these like references to all these other like Final Fantasies, and then finding out like in my training session today, my close friend is also my trainer, and I was talking to him about the game. I'm trying to get him to play it, and I was talking to him about like the dancer class, and he was like, oh, what Final Fantasy game is the dancer class from? Because he knew that like the classes and jobs in this game are from other Final Fantasies, and I had to like sit back because I was like, oh yeah, like I keep forgetting that like all the jobs in the game are from other Final Fantasies. And so he looked up that like it was the I think the Moogle class, or the dancer class was the Moogle in Final Fantasy VI, I think. So yeah, it was just cool to like just like all these little discoveries that I'm making. It's really cool to just like uncover all of that through 14. So like when I get to all the other ones eventually in my life, it'll be cool to uncover those.
Welcome to Akyali, my friend. The name means white beach, and there isn't much here. Save that, but please make yourself at home. Your companions have already begun talking to everyone. Feel free to show yourself around and do the same. Any one of us can tell you about our gods, but you could do worse than to start with Kanga and old Hasveda. They're free at the moment as it happens.
Cool.
You wish to know about our gods? What a curious visitor you are. Most want fish. In any case, I'm happy to oblige. Now, I don't know how it is whence you hail, but our isle is home to many gods. They can be divided into two groups. The Manusia, beings of wisdom, who assume the form of men, and the
I don't know where I was going with that.
The Mrga, beings of might, who assume the form of beasts. Together they are divinities. Their forms and personalities many and varied. Some are kind and gentle, others stern and temperamental, just like we mortals can be. All are possessed of great insight and experience, and by heeding their teachings, we strive to be better people and live better lives.
I think Dancer was available in Final Fantasy V also. Final Fantasy V was also was the one with a job-changing system. Interesting. The only other thing I knew is 10, I think. I had my friend show me 10, how you could, like, change jobs, I think. Or not jobs, but, like, classes, or... I don't know. There was something about like it was with Yuna or 10-2. Yeah, something like that. But they were just showing me that there was like gambler or something. There was something where there was like a gambler and a thing. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah. All are possessed with great insight and experience, and by heeding their teachings, we are strive to be better people and living better lives. I'm all over the place with these characters. My apologies. Oh, interested in learning about our gods, you say? That's what I like to hear. Perk up your ears then and listen. In ancient times, the Manusya and the Murga dies. Mringa? I don't know. Yeah, I am seemingly in the minority as a X2 enjoyer. No. I don't think you. Oh. I'll say yes, you are. Because I think my friends are. I don't know any better. So I was going to say, no, you're not. Because my friends enjoy 10, like, a lot. Like, they like 10. So I was going to say, you're not in the minority. Like, everyone loves it. But I only know people that love it. So maybe you are. Maybe all of y'all are. It looks like a cool game, and I can't wait to try it. Yeah, I think it's so well liked, but FFXII is not so much. And okay, so you're saying 10 is, 10-2 isn't. It's weird for me to like hear that like a 2 isn't liked, because in my head it would just be like the game. How do I explain this? For other games, right? Like if I'm playing God of War and then God of War 2, God of War 3, for me, I would say, oh, I didn't like God of War 2 so much. Or like, I didn't like God of War 3 so much. It was a miss for me. Because that's the God of War series. When I think of Final Fantasy games, because it is like a Final Fantasy like numbered title, when I think of the next number in the series, I don't think of it as like a sequel. I think of it as like the story. Like I still think of it as like this is still 10. Does that make sense? Like even 7, like then like 7 and then like 7 remake and then 7 part 2. It's all still like 7 in my head. Like it's all just like the continuation, like the continued story. So like I consider it all like one giant chunk of one big story. So in my head, I guess I haven't broken apart 10 to like 10 and 10-2. Like it's all just been like 10 in its entirety. So like you can't have part 1 without the part 2, or like back, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with 13, because I think 13 has 3 parts, or is it 2 parts? 2 parts, 3 parts? Something like that. Yeah. 2 was the first direct sequel they really made that was a sequel and not a spin-off. Got it. Well, the remakes were one game originally that they split into 3 when they remade it for 7. Gotcha. Ah. Well, no, I mean, I knew that too. I mean, it's like half spoilers, but like I knew that like 7. I knew 7 was the remake was something that they had like done about like the original 7 was just like discs. I knew that like it had come in multiple discs, and the plan was to like turn it into like parts because they wanted to like expand the story. But I'm just talking about like even 13. I know 13 came in parts. Like the original one came in parts. Yeah. I don't know. 13 also has 2 direct sequels. 13 all on its own is divisive. Yeah, I know that too. And again, my friend, I think all of my friends just all love like Final Fantasy like numbers. they all like a lot of the different installments. In my head, Final Fantasy has always been an anthology series. Anthology, as far as like the anthology keeping them together, is just like the reference points of like primals, summons are like the Moogles, all of those are like the connective tissue, and then everything else is like shifting pieces with the story. And so in my head, I'm still weirded out that people are like, I hate 10, or 16 was a bust, or like, who likes 11? That never makes sense in my head, because I'm just like, it's all Final Fantasy, like we're all fam, like leave it alone. So yeah, like in my head, like there's something to take away. In my head, the reason I want to try every single Final Fantasy is that I feel like there's something to take away from each Final Fantasy. Like there is no stone to be left unturned, because like each story has something to give, whether you're playing as Zidane in 1, or you're playing as, what's that one kid in 4? And what's the one with, isn't Kefka from 6 or something like that? Like, yeah. I want more species options for my character. We've talked about this. Don't get me started. And like, that's what gets me, like, I guess kind of riled up for this game. Like, I joined so late in the game because I just like joined within the last year, and I'm so nervous because like I know that Endwalker was the end of one arc and Dawn Trail is the start of a new one, but like that would mean that like maybe Dawn Trail takes us into like another like what, like 8 to 10 year arc. But I don't want another 10-year arc. Like I want another story. Like I'm like, what's after this year? Like I know I haven't even gotten the 10-year mark, like the 10-year arc for the Dawn Trail story, but like I want to know there's like another one, you know, like, and maybe I'm biting more than I can chew. But I like this game, I guess for me, like, because I'm starting so late, like I want there to be more, and like they've already given so much. Like I've already enjoyed what I had, and that's because again I've started late, so I'm still in my honeymoon phase. I say that to everyone all the time. I'm still in my honeymoon phase, so like I haven't been playing since 2011, since like 1.0, or like since the start of 2.0, or since Heaven Sword and all of that. So 15 at the beginning of its development was meant to be yet another 13 sequel. Really? That's wild. You just shattered my brain. 15 is so different. That one's like you just popped my brain open. In ancient times, the Manusa and the Mrga, I'm going to say Mrga for now, because I want to roll my R's, deities who look like men and beasts respectively, were locked in conflict. Oh, interesting. Eventually, seeking the wisdom of the Manusa and the Mrga, cast aside their own heads and took up those of their foes. Likewise, the Manusa coveted the might of the Mrga, and so they too resolved to trade heads. Thus were born new gods possessed of both might and wisdom, and they ushered in an age of harmony between the two factions. From then on, as a sign of their esteem for one another, the Manusa have worn animal faces, and the Mrga the limbs of men. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, it was going to be Final Fantasy Versus 13, which means nothing but it was meant to be another sequel. Interesting. As far as the next arc, they aren't planning anything like that in advance. Yoshi P has said they aren't going into any planning for it to be 10 years long. They will make it as long as it needs to be, and more than literally any other dev team. I trust the 14 dev team. Listen, it's not that yes. Okay, great. No. No. It's not that I don't trust the dev team, and that's not even I don't think that's what you were implying by saying that. Was that I was suggesting that. I also agree. I trust the dev team. I just want more. And I don't mean that in like I want more from the game. I love what I'm getting. Once Dawn Trail's over, like once we get to the end of like 7.5 or whatever, like I just want it to keep going. So I'm just scared because like I don't know what any of this means to the devs, you know? So my friends, Virgo, Domo, a lot of my FC mates, my FC leaders, like they reassure me that like the kind of reception and like feedback that like Dawn Trail's been getting, it existed for Stormblood, it existed for Endwalker, and for like all the other expansions. Pap, thank you so much for resubscribing. Thank you. Thank you so much, Pap. That means so much. Thank you. I wasn't trying to imply anything about your trust in them. Just a statement. No, yeah. Sorry, that's what I was making. I was trying to say, like, because I was like, wait, I didn't mean to say that either. Yeah. Yoshi P has said that he plans to keep making the game itself until he retires, at least another 10 years. It's just not necessarily going to all be the same story arc. No more ads. I can't handle it. Sorry. I'm so sorry about the ads. And yes, we'll talk about Wook when I get to Dawn Trail. Yeah, I didn't know, while you were off talking to others, I remembered something that may be of interest. If you could let your friends know, I'll go and fetch it from my home at once. Great. Oh, it's a whole cut.